What up, fellas? What up, fellas? How's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? Is everybody doing good, bro? Hey, I'm back here today, man, to share some more valuable, some more gold information with you, bro. Okay. I want you guys to understand, bro, that it's very, very important to be taking care of your health, man. All right. I really, really, really want to stress this. It is important, bro, that you are really, really taking care of your health, bro. I want you guys to know that this is something I take seriously. Do you hear me? I take this seriously, bro. I've had family members, I've had friends, I've had people I know all lose their lives, bro, over health reasons. And as I got older, bro, I started to get infatuated with health because, as you know, most of the stuff that people pass down, bro, is so-called genetic, right? And in every single one of our families, you hear this term, it's hereditary, meaning that that stuff has been in your bloodline, okay? So what this means, that means each and every one of us out here, and that means you. Stop coming to these videos thinking that my messages don't pertain to you, but they pertain to you 100%. Everybody who comes in here, bro, this message pertains to you, okay? Because I know most of you are not living this life that I'm about to tell you today. I want you to understand, guys. I am 44 years old. Okay. I want that to sink into your head, first of all. I am 44 years old, bro. Okay. And the way I feel right now on my journey, okay, on seed retention, bro, is like I have stepped back in some kind of time chamber. I feel like I have gone back to the thoughts that I had manifested. Okay. I told you guys, I keep myself in a young state of mind. I keep my mind back in a time like when I was in high school, when I really enjoyed myself, when I really had fun, when I really actually went out and did things and experienced the world and wasn't overindulged in this thing called sex, when I was still just happy and free, bro. That's what I told myself that I wanted to manifest while I was on retention. And let me tell you what happened to me. Okay. This is what happened. Now, when you manifest things, what ends up happening is change comes into your life unexpectedly. See, when you manifest it, you don't know exactly when it's going to come. That's why it's a manifestation. You don't know exactly when it's going to come. So I've been putting myself through so many different tests over these last 2 years, gentlemen. I want you to understand that right now. I told you I put everything to the test. So when I come and give it to you, you know it's the best. Let's not cap over here. Okay. So I've been putting everything to the test, bro. And I started feeling like I was back in high school, bro. Okay. I'm walking around and people are looking at me and complimenting me, bro, like no other. I know it's mating season. I know it's the sun time out and people are being nice and people are going to say nice things, but you ain't getting it, partner. Okay. You ain't getting it. All right. About 3 years ago, bro, I was heavily indulged in eating meats, fast foods. Okay. Every now and then I'd have some ice cream, a donut or two here or there. Okay. Wasn't really a big, heavy candy eater because early in my candy eating life, bro, I started having, cavities and ish. And, we hate going to the dentist, bro. That's like one of the most horrifying places to get when you start getting stuff like cavities, bro. Right. So, anyhow, I was to eat all these different type of things. Okay. And this was just about 3 years ago. And then I got on my seed retention journey. Okay. I started just living life. I started working out. Next thing you know, I started studying, bro, more on what it is I should be eating. Now, mind you, 2 years ago, I was still eating the same foods. The only thing is I cut my overall intake down to 1 meal a day. Okay. This is when I, incorporated this into my life, the 1 meal a day, which I would fully recommend if you're not going to be able to jump on what it is I'm about to tell you today. But what I'm about to tell you today, bro, is how to get the best body, how to reshape your body, how to re-engineer this machine. Okay. And what you're going to do, guys, is you're going to have to put some discipline out, just like we do on holding our seed. Okay. You guys know what the deal is. You know, you're going to have to fight demons. You're going to have to fight all of these different things that are going to try to make you, bro, feel weak and make excuses for going back. And that's what I don't want you to do. Listen to my voice, gentlemen. It's time for you to stand up, bro. All right. And change your life. And I mean, for real, for real. Stop doing things, bro, that you've been doing forever. Break the cycles, man. Try something new. Okay. And what I'm about to tell you, you should be doing anyway, because you know how serious health is. And you know, we live in a place, bro, where people are obese and dying at a young age. That's due to health. Okay. So you should take this seriously. All right. And like I said, I would be eating these foods. So I said, you know what, bro, let me do this, man. Let me fall back, bro. Okay, to this 1 meal a day. All right. I'm gonna see how this pans out, and I'm gonna go from there. Okay. On 1 meal a day, I was still maintaining somewhat of what I call healthy weight. On 1 meal a day, bro, I started noticing that I was gaining weight in places that I did not want. I started seeing different thickness in my face. Okay. My jaw is not looking as chiseled. Okay. I started having things like bloating and gas, and I started having breakouts on my skin. All right. I started having like the bad heavy eyes, heavy eye bags, like I'm tired. Okay. This is all me still eating, these meats, these fast foods, all these things that you guys are eating that you think is not going to affect you. And I promise you it's going to affect you. Okay. So what I did next, okay, I started going back in time, and when I did a diet, when you guys know I did a diet called the vegan diet. Okay. For me, the vegan diet wasn't optimal. And I'm going to tell you briefly on why it wasn't optimal. I'm not telling you this diet isn't good. It is good. Okay. But I'm going to tell you why it's not optimal, because it's hard to obtain the correct foods you need to eat to maintain a vegan diet in the United States. It's set up that way. Okay. If you was out of this country, I'm pretty sure you'd be able to eat like a god and a goddess. But unfortunately, you're here. You're in the factory, bro. You're in the place that produces fruits and vegetables from factories, from GMO, modifications. Like, you're in a place, bro, where you're not getting the correct amount of minerals and nutrients naturally balanced in these foods that you're eating. Therefore, you're getting things called deficiencies. Okay. Because quite honestly, most of us out here, and I mean most of us, okay, because some of us have some of these weird different genetics and DNA. Okay. Some of us can't eat certain foods that certain, other of us can eat. Okay. But that's a rare number. Okay. That's like rare is like the rarest, blood type. That's rare. Okay. All of us people, bro, can pretty much get away with eating the same diet, bro. All right. And getting optimal benefits of longevity. Okay. And being able to have the body that it is that you want. But the first thing that you have to do is you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to look with your own two eyes what the world is showing you that they are feeding you in this food chain. Okay. They're feeding you processed foods. They are feeding you GMO foods. They are feeding you meats. They are feeding you dairy. Okay. They're feeding you all of these foods that do one thing in the body, that what it does is it causes inflammation, okay? And then mucus, okay? These are the two of the worst things that you could want to put into a body that is alkaline, okay? I want you to understand that all those fruits and veggies that I'm trying to tell you that you can't get your hands on, bro, are mouth-watering goodness of alkalinity, okay? You ain't gonna get that here in the States unless you pay a lot of money and you really know how to grow some stuff, okay? Other than that, you are just like a victim, okay? Just like the rest of us, because the foods that we are eating are toxifying us every day and destroying our bodies. They're destroying our health, okay? I see so many people who think this is a game, and then 3, 4, 5 years later, I see them, bro, and they just look jacked up. They look tired. They look worn out. They got all of this extra weight. They got all of this water retention, okay? All of these signs, the bags under the eyes, the red eyes, all of these different things signify that your body, bro, is inflamed with toxins. Now, before I go on, I want you to understand on what I just said, bro, okay, pertains to you, okay, because you eat all of these foods. Now, I want you to understand while you're eating these foods, you're also going to accumulate, okay, and create these things in your body called parasites. Okay. These parasites, yes, can be on a very small scale, bro, can be natural trash man for your body, if you will. Okay. But the problem is when you are so backed up as you are and we're eating these foods, bro, which we are not supposed to be eating, what you're doing is you're just creating more and more breeding grounds for these parasites. These parasites feed on decaying food. Let me tell you something. If we all have parasites, and I'm telling you, you all have them, especially if you eat meat, you eat dairy, you eat cheese, you eat eggs, you eat fish, you have parasites. So you need to understand that means your body is filled with acidic garbage that you have not been able to excrete from the body due to what it is that you have been eating. Okay. And this is how these parasites thrive. Okay. They back up your colon, they cause constipation. You're supposed to be eliminating, gentlemen, 2 to 3 times a day. And you know right now, listening to this video, you know right now that you don't do that. Okay. Because you're eating 2 to 3 meals a day. You're supposed to be excreting as much food that you're putting in your mouth. So if you're walking around every single day, bro, feeding your mouth 3 times a day, you need to be excreting that at least a day. If you don't, you got what is called a backed up colon. And I know this is most of the people out there. This is where that gut comes from. Okay. This is where that fat booty comes from that we think so beautiful on women, and we don't understand that that's just garbage back there on for real stuff. I ain't trying to tell you it don't look nice, but a woman with all of that garbage back there signifies one thing, bro. Okay, you need to understand, man. We have taken a standard here in America and trying to make light of it like it's good. Okay, being overweight, being unhealthy, okay, takes time away from your life, bro. All right, you're never going to be able to do and be who you really want to be. You're going to have a lot of depression later on in your life because if you're not taking the right steps early on in your life. And these are the things that I have learned. So what I have been doing, the perfect diet that I have put together, okay, I'm telling you on how you can become the best version for free. I'm not charging you nothing. Ain't nobody about to tell you what I'm about to tell you. Ain't nobody got to be up in your business. You could do this all in your very own home, in your own privacy, and come away with miraculous results. And all it takes is the discipline, like you're holding your seed on seed retention. And this is why I'm here explaining to you why you need to put that same discipline into what it is I'm about to tell you, and come back and thank me later once you've done it, and see how much change you have overnight in your life. See how your health comes back. See how your hair stops falling out. See how your skin starts glowing. See how your eyes come back to life. See how quickly you drop weight, and it's a healthy weight. See how quickly your energy comes back. See how quickly your vitality comes back. See how quickly your immune system starts working. See how quickly you're able to eliminate the foods that you just put in earlier that day, which would mean that your immune system and body is working and function perfectly. That's what that means. Okay. But most of us here are in denial on how we look and what it is we eat, because it's a sensitive topic that people don't want to open up to. Well, I'm here to tell you, bro, you need to knock it off and grow up. Okay, and take responsibility, just like I did, and just like everybody else is going to have to do, bro, because they have chose to indulge in this shit, and it is killing you. And I ain't gonna sit back here with my mouth closed, bro, and watch the rest of you, just puff your life away, bro. Okay, when you got people around you who love you and care about you and who need you, and what happens when you go down? How's the life going to be then? Okay. You need to take responsibility, bro, for what it is that you've been putting in your body. And you need to confront the situation at hand and understand there's some changes that you need to make. Okay. And these changes that I'm about to tell you, bro, are super important. So this is the first step of what you do. Okay. The very first step of what you do, bro, is you have to start cleaning out that colon. All right. You have to start cleaning out that colon, bro. Okay. And that doesn't mean go get you some pills. I'm going to tell you the real. I'm going to tell you what you need to do. And if you can't sit here and have a mature conversation, you need to get the step in, partner, because this is only for real men who are really trying to achieve the most optimal health they could do in their life. All right. How do I know? Because I've been doing it for years. I've been helping people for years. So you ain't going to come here and tell me, well, I don't know what it is. Okay, I know what it is. I know how I look so good at my age. I look like a damn model over here, fool. My jawline is chiseled, fool. I don't even work out. All I'm doing is eating correctly and cleaning up my body correctly. And I have dropped youth, bro. I have dropped all the way down, bro, to a time, bro, where I look just exactly the way I used to look in high school, bro. Okay. And I told you that's what I wanted to achieve, but I also know what kind of discipline that I needed to do. So the first thing, fellas, that you are going to have to do is you're going to have to start cleaning out that colon. And let me tell you the only way you're going to have to do this. You're going to have to go and order yourself an enema bag. Straight up, no cap. You're going to have to go order an enema bag. The next thing that you're going to have to do with that enema bag when you get it is you're going to have to get you some distilled water. Okay. Get you some distilled water. You don't want to put no regular water in your colon, fool. You don't want to put no water from the sink in your colon, fool. That's called tap water. It's full of chemicals. That's not water you're supposed to be drinking. Okay. Distilled water means there ain't nothing in it. It's a pure water. And this is what you're going to use to flush that colon. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to get on with my man Wayne, and you're going to get yourself some chaga powder. Okay. What is chaga powder? I told you chaga is a better alternative, bro, than using coffee. Coffee has so many chemicals in it today. It's grown from GMO. It also has so many pesticides and all different type of stuff sprayed upon it. Okay. And that's the last thing that you want to be putting up in your damn colon, because your colon is a direct path to your bloodstream. Okay. This is why enemas work so well. Okay. This is why enemas work so great, because guess what else it does? It not only detoxifies your blood, which is the reason my skin pops, why I got you haters mad, why you're so mad, why my blood flow is so good in my body and I got all my hair, I got you haters mad. Okay. It's because I've always been taking care of my body, bro. because at one point I told you I had something that was so-called hereditary, and there was no so-called cure for autoimmune disease. Okay. The disease that makes your stomach all messed up. You couldn't eat certain foods. I had that shit, bro. Okay. It was called an autoimmune disease. They told me I had that and it was uncurable. Okay. You know what they want to do for people who had the bowel disease that I had? They want to cut your intestines out, fool. They want to cut your colon out, fool. Okay. So are you going to sit here and listen to me who fixed that? Okay. Who remedied that, because I can't even use the word "see" or they're gonna censor my damn video. Isn't that a damn shame that I can't even sit up here and tell you the truth? That's the shame. Okay. So, like I said, man, I had this, bro. Okay. And I got rid of it. It is gone. It left. It disappeared. And the way I did that first, bro, was by cleaning out my dang colon. Okay. At that time, I was using coffee, which at that point I was new in my health regime. You know, I didn't know a whole lot. I was still studying. Okay. But the one thing that it did, bro, is it excreted everything out of my intestines. When I tell you they tell you your intestines is 50 feet long. How in the hell do you think you have a straight path, bro, just to flush your intestines? There's so many different, shapes and just think about it. Just think about your intestines. How are you going to get every single thing out of those intestines? How are you going to make sure every single part of your intestines are clean out? You can't do that with nothing you eat. The only way you can do that is by triggering, bro, the natural detox in your body, which is through the enema, which detoxes, it starts a natural detox with your liver. And then from your liver excreting, okay, all of this, detoxifiants, if you will, it starts to activate your kidney starts to detoxify itself. And then when your kidney starts to detoxify yourself, it goes on down and that helps your gallbladder detoxifies. And then that all comes out and gets excreted through your colon into the toilet. Okay. I'm talking about years and years and years of buildup from eating toxic foods, heavy metals, parasites. Okay. When I tell you that I've been doing this for years, and no matter what, because I'm still out here in the streets, bro, eating, stuff from time to time. When I tell you, bro, that my body is still pushing out stuff, and I've been doing this for years over y'all. So when I tell you that you have this in your body, I am not capping to you. There's nothing that your doctor's going to be able to do for you. So don't even try to do that. Okay. I'm telling you right now, there's nothing a doctor's going to do for you. There's nothing a quick pill that you're going to get down at CVS or Walgreens is going to do for you. Okay. There's no kind of little colon kits that you're going to buy right away that's going to do anything for you, because you got to understand on how long you've been doing what you've been doing and how long that you think that would take to excrete all of that waste out of those intestines that I just told you that you have. And understand that you have that right there in your center of your stomach. You have so much garbage in there, bro. Literally, people are walking around with 10 to 15 pounds of garbage, of sewage inside of their intestines. Okay. And what they don't understand is that the longer that sits in there and it doesn't get moved and created, you're creating colonies and colonies and colonies of these invaders called parasites. Now, the parasites aren't really hurting you. I want you to understand this so you understand a little bit about parasites. The parasites are not trying to hurt you. They only eat the decaying flesh. Did you just hear what I said? They only eat the decaying flesh. So if these parasites are inside of you from eating meat, what does that tell you? That must tell you that meat has some negative consequences to it that we weren't told about. Okay. And I'm not trying to tell you meat doesn't have an efficient source of energy for people, but you just need to look at the both sides, the positive and the negatives of each and everything that you do, and you have to weigh them accordingly. Okay, because what meat does is it causes a chain reaction, bro, inside your body of these parasites. And when these parasites are coming out and they start attacking all this fleshy food, they start excreting waste in your body, in your blood. Okay. And then what happens from that is they started procreating and making babies. And when they start doing that, they have to go place to put these babies. And where do they put these babies? They put these babies in your colon. Okay. They put these, they procreate and excrete garbage out in your colon. This is why people get constipated. This is why people get backed up. People think they are constipated from the most stupidest things, and they don't understand that this chain reaction of all these different consequences are going on in your body. Okay. So you got to understand that all that stuff is now in your colon. Okay. And it's just sitting there. And when you do these enemas, that enema releases all of that. Let me tell you what your first enema is going to do. Okay. For all you people who are backed up full of garbage. Okay. That first enema, dude, is just going to clean out your colon. You probably have a good, I would say, at least 2 to 3 pounds of just straight garbage right now in your colon. All of you. I don't care how small you are. Okay, all of you. If you're eating the stuff that I told you that you're eating, this is what you got inside you. Most of you right now don't even understand you're not even at the weight that you're supposed to be. Okay, if you got a gut, if you got, cankles, if you got any kind of extra weight on your body, that's not your natural body, and that's not what you're naturally supposed to be. Okay, people out here, bro, are so full of garbage, bro, that they are trying to make it look like that's an attractive asset. Okay. When healthy people in the world honestly know who's healthy, bro. Okay. Because when you're eating that stuff, you're walking around with a graveyard inside of your body. Let me ask you a quick question and we'll jump back on this real quick. Let me ask you a quick question, bro. Okay. What happens when you are driving down the street and you smell like a dead animal on the side of the road? What happens when you see a cat that was dead, maybe a rat that was dead, maybe a bird that was dead? Okay. What happens when you smell that? Does that not smell like shit? Does that not have the decaying odor of which I'm talking about, is which those meats that you put into your body that are doing the same thing? Does that meat not sit in the hot sun, okay, and decay and create all kinds of maggots and worms? Yes or no, does it not do that? Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. When it's winter outside and it's freezing cold, is that same piece of meat making worms and maggots? Hell no, because it's too cold, right? Now, think about your body and how your body has the perfect habitat, the perfect temperature, nobody to spray anything on it to kill it, no sun to kill them with heat, nothing like that. They got a perfect environment, bro, to thrive. So when I tell you that they have been in you since you was a little kid because your parents were feeding you garbage since you was a little kid, you have millions of these things inside of you, each and every single one of us, bro. Okay. And you have to understand, you have to take responsibility for what's at hand. Okay. It's not the end of the world yet, but the longer you keep going, the longer you're wasting your life, because you could be feeling so much better. Your skin could be so much clearer. You could have less symptoms. Okay. You could have optimal health, bro. Okay. Optimal health, that's what you could have right now, man. Okay, you could have a immune system that's running so flawless. Your skin could be so perfect. Most of these people who are out here walking around, bro, got bumps on their skins and boils, bro. They don't understand that that's their body's natural defense mechanism pushing stuff out through the skin, because your skin is your biggest pore, and that's how you excrete waste and garbage. This is why you want to sweat. Okay. So your body is pushing the shit out through your skin. So all these kids that are out there in the world, bro, that got acne all over their face, don't understand that they have a liver problem because their liver is so backed up that they can't detoxify all the garbage out of their system. Okay. Instead, what do? They run down to CVS, bro, and they try to get something to patch the symptom instead of the cause. And this is where we're all backwards out here in society. And this is why you're scared to take these steps, bro, to free yourself from this whole system and understand now that you're going to have to choose a different lifestyle. Okay. If you don't, you're going to have these consequences. Okay. Now, back on the coffee enema. what you want to, excuse me, the shaga enema. I keep calling it coffee enema because that's the normal term that people will say. But what you're gonna do, what I do every single day, is a shaga enema. Let me tell you guys why it's super important to get this shaga inside of your body. Okay, the shaga, bro, alone, bro, is the highest. It has the highest ORAC value ever recorded, bro. Okay, making it the most powerful antioxidant on earth. Now, you wonder why you look at me and you see how my skin glows. And I mean for real, for real. Okay. I know a lot of you out there will think your skin is going the right way. You have no idea until you start cleaning your blood every day. Okay. Cleaning your blood and cleaning that lymphatic system every single day, bro, is going to make your skin pop. It's going to make you look like a youth again. Okay. You're not full of no acids. Okay. You don't have no garbage floating around. The parasites are out of your body, meaning there's no excess waste floating around in your system, bro. Okay. You have to understand that all of these things are happening, bro, as a chain reaction right now in your body, and you have to get control of them. And I'm going to give you everything you need to know. Okay. But you have to tap in and be for real, bro, and understand that I'm telling you the truth. Cause I've been doing, like I told you, this is going up on my 13th year of studying health. And I told you it takes at least 20 years before you can call yourself any kind of master of health, bro, because health is that big. You have to learn every single aspect of everything that you say in the realm of health. Now, imagine that every word that you think, bro, you have to have an understanding for that word. And this is why it could take you forever. And this is why you don't skip over anything, or you might miss the code to being able to help people fix themselves. Okay. This is why this is important. All right. So you want to get your distilled water. Okay. You take your distilled water, bro. You take you a tablespoon of shaga powder, bro. Okay. You put it in the water. Okay. I want you guys to start out at least 500. You could probably go lower if you can't do that. But the minimum I'm telling you is about 500 mil is what you want to take. Okay. And again, I'm no doctor. I'm covering myself, but I'm telling you, this is what I've been doing. Okay. You take 500 mil, bro, okay, of water, okay? You put it in a pot, okay? You put your tablespoon of shaga in there. You let the shaga steep, bro. You take the shaga out. You want to make sure you have one of them coffee strainers, okay? You take the coffee strainer, bro. You put the coffee strainer over your enema bag, and you pour it over that so it strains nothing out but the pure shaga into the bag. Okay. The next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to make sure you have some hydrogen peroxide at all times. You're going to need this while administering your shagas, because you got to understand you're putting something in your rectum. All right. So you're going to have to clean that off. You don't just want to just leave that sitting around. Don't be no nasty, disgusting degenerate. Don't be skipping this part, bro, because it might end up costing you something. Okay. You want to make sure every single time you put that thing up there that it is detoxified. Okay. It is clean, bro. It is sanitary. Okay. You want to spray that thing off with hydrogen peroxide before you put that thing in your rectum. Okay. You just need to understand that. Okay. So you want to pour that into the bag. The next thing that you want to get, bro, is you want to get, I told you need the hydrogen peroxide to spray it off. I said the next thing that you need is you need to get you some coconut oil, because you're going to be, like I said, you're going to be sliding this thing into your colon. Okay. This is the only way you're going to be able to do this. And I want you to understand that they've been doing this since ancient Egypt. So recorded history has shown that they have been doing enemas since ancient Egypt. So if you want to have some, go back to where to start your information search on this to see that it really works. They've been doing this since ancient Egypt. So that must mean since ancient Egypt, they must have known that they were eating a bad diet. Okay. We have to use our common sense. Okay. They were eating the meats. They were overindulging in the foods, and they were noticing they were stanking and getting overweight. So what the hell did they use? What the hell did they create? They started using the enemas. Okay. This is one of the biggest health secrets, bro. I'm telling you, when I tell you this is going to change the whole, how you look. If you're overweight, bro, you're going to drop so much weight so fast because you don't understand you have so much garbage in you, and you're going to feel so good every single time you do this, bro. I promise you, bro. It's like an energized up feeling, bro. Okay, because you've just eliminated every single thing in you that was taking energy from you. We sit here and we talk about how these women take energy from us, right? They suck our energy. We feel tired. Now imagine all these little invaders in your body, bro, that are sucking your energy, that are taking your minerals from your food from you. Okay, this is why people eat so much. This is why you can't get full, because your body is not getting all of that nutrition, bro. You're feeding millions and millions. You're feeding your bacteria. You're feeding your bad bacteria. You're feeding parasites. Bro, you got to understand, bro, they are sucking energy from your body, and you will never know this until you get the feeling of getting them out of your body. Okay. It's like a freedom feeling, bro. You wait till you do this on top of seed retention, bro. Oh my God, bro. When I tell you I walk around feeling like that and you haters be getting mad, this is because I'm walking around a light body, cleaned out vessel on his highest vibration, bro. I feel high every day. Bro, I have so great energy. People just want to talk to me. And this is how you get there, bro. You're clean. Your body is clean, and you're clean and pure in thought. So you're walking around this mug, bro, feeling like you one of the freaking ones that are here to bring the messages to the sheep. I'm telling you the truth. All right. So let me start here without no interruptions, bro, about what you should do step by step. I told you, distill water first. Okay. When you get that distilled water, bro, you're going to make sure you get yourself some shaga from my man Wayne. I'm going to drop the link in the video. I'm going to drop the link in the community post on where to get the shaga powder. Okay. You're going to get those two. You're going to make sure you have yourself an enema bag. That's 3. So those 3 things right there. You need that distilled water, that enema bag, bro, and you need your shaga. Okay. And then you want to come home. You want to take a tablespoon of that shaga powder, put it in about 500 ml of water. Let that mug steep up, bro. Don't get it too hot. Let it cool off a little bit. I always like to let it cool off a little bit, maybe like for a minute or 2. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put it too hot, but you don't want it cold either. The optimal temperature is warm while administering an enema, because it's going to help, pull all that sludge off the colon walls. All right. So then you want to take that steeped shaga out. You want to put it in a coffee strainer, bro. Okay. You want to put that in your enema bag. From that, you take your enema bag, you hang enema bag up, you take you some hydrogen peroxide, bro, food grade, preferably. You spray all on the tip that you're about to insert in your rectum, bro. Okay. You get you some coconut oil, you put it on there. It's just for, making that insert in your rectum a little easier. You don't have to do that, but I recommend you do that. Okay. Then you want to lay down on your right or left side. You can do either side. I've done right and left. I've done either or side. As of right now, I'm going a full week on my right side. Last week, I was a full week on my left side. I've been doing this for 36 days straight. Okay. And I had been doing this years ago. I did it for a year straight and never had any problems, bro. And this is when I had the most ripped 6-pack. This is when my body looked the most ripped. This is when my skin was popping, because I was also on my vegan at that time. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. This is how you have a Goku ripped body, bro. Okay. I'm talking about shredded, ripped body like the gods. All right. So you lay down on your side, you put that in your rectum, bro. You release it. Okay. It flows into you. It's not hard. It's not uncomfortable. It's going to be weird. It's not uncomfortable. It's just going to feel weird because you're getting water in your colon. Your colon's not used to having water in it. Okay. And that shaga is going to go in there, and that shaga, bro, not only is that shaga going to give you all the antioxidants that your body could possibly need, which is like antioxidant have been proven to be, age reversing. Okay, bro, when I tell you that this is the best thing to do and it's going to work a miracle in your body, trust me. Okay. So it comes in there and it cleans out your colon. You strip out your colon, bro. Here's the thing. When you're sitting on that, when you're laying on the floor, okay, you're going to let that enema stay in you for about 7 to 10 minutes. And let me tell you why. The longer you go, the better. Okay. I don't suggest nobody go longer than 20 minutes, but the longer you go, the better. And let me tell you why. Every 6 minutes, every 7 minutes, bro, that shaga enema has cleansed your blood. So every single 6 to 7 minutes, it's made a full cycle in your blood system. Okay. When I tell you this is the ultimate cheat code to getting the best skin, trust me, it cleans the whole blood in 6 minutes. So the longer you hold it, it'll make 2 rounds. Okay, it's gonna make 3 rounds. Okay, you're holding it for freaking another 6 minutes, you're making 4 rounds. So if you hold it for access to 20 minutes, you're making 4 rounds, bro. Okay, you're making 4 rounds of your blood getting cleansed. Okay, but the minimum you want to do it is 6 to 7 minutes, because that's just one circulation of a blood cleanse, which is going to be fine for you new beginners. Okay, the last thing that I want you to do when you are ready to excrete that enema, what you're going to do, bro, is you're going to literally sit there for 20 minutes unbothered. Do you hear me? It's not going to be quicker than that. Okay, you're going to release all that quicker than that. But what's going to happen is like a big old earthquake just happened, right? You're going to have some aftershocks. This is the same thing that's going to happen with you when you're cleaning out your colon and you're cleaning out those intestines, because there's going to be parts of your intestines that probably haven't worked in years that's all of a sudden going to kick up and at the very last second try to excrete something. So you want to sit there at least, like I said, a minimum, and don't take my words shortly, bro, a minimum of 20 minutes, okay? So you want to have a quiet time to do your enemas. Don't ever rush them. Okay, 20 minutes, you sit there, boom, you're done. Do that, fellas, for 30 days and watch if you had a weight problem. Watch if you had skin problems. Watch if you had energy problems. Watch if you had any sort of health issue, bro. Watch how quickly it will turn around and it get eliminated. You're flushing all of these toxins, bro, that I just told you out of your body, plus you're excreting mucus, all while, bro, putting the highest antioxidants into your bloodstream. Do you understand what you are doing to your body, bro? Your body's just going to be like, it's just like going to wake up. You're going to be full of so much energy, bro. Your body's going to get fuel that it hasn't seen in years. Okay, since you were probably on your mom's breast, that's the last time that you probably were able to get a good balance of full nourishment of minerals and vitamins. Okay, I'm keeping it real with you. All these foods that we eat, bro, have nothing on these fruits and veggies of different countries that we're not allowed to have here in America. Okay, we're eating the GMO version of all of these different foods, and this is what causes us to be sick. Okay, so the enema is the first thing that you do. The next thing that you do is you're going to start incorporating fasting into your life. Okay, I want you to understand fasting into your life. Okay, how do I fast? I do what's called intermittent fasting. How do I fast? Okay, you can fast in a bunch of different various ways, but I'm going to tell you the way I do it because I want you to experience it so you can get the most benefit out of it. I know you guys are ready to be chopped up, leaned up, and running miles. Chopped up, leaned up, bro. Okay, I'm talking about but feeling good. Okay, when I tell you, brain fog and you just feel amazing, bro. Trust me, man. I perfected everything. I'm a perfectionist, bro. I'm sorry. That's who I am. I'm a perfectionist. So anything that I do, bro, I'm going to try to perfect that ish. Okay. And what I noticed is when I was doing my seed retention first, okay, because that was the very first thing I told you to change and metamorphosis this body that you want. Okay. You want to do the seed retention first. You want to do the shagas. And the third thing we're on is now what? Fasting. Okay. What I do for fasting, bro, is I don't eat after 8. I try not to. Okay. After 8 p.m., do not eat anything. Okay. I don't mean you can't eat because you might be like hella hungry. So the best thing to do if you break that, that window is to do a smoothie. A smoothie is the ultimate cheat code, okay? Because you're going to be able to get high minerals and nutrients on your smoothies. You're going to be able to add a bunch of, extra things to that to make sure that's a high nourishing meal to your body, okay? Because remember, your body needs 101 minerals, okay? We're not getting that from burgers. You're not getting that from fries. You're not getting that from Taco Bell. You're not getting that from Panda Express. You're not getting that from any place like that. Okay. The best way to ensure your nutrient intake is being met is to cook your own food and know where the source of your food is coming from. Okay. And then unfortunately here in America, we're going to have to fall into this bandwagon called supplements because we can't get all the stuff that we need. It's funny that you can't find any seeded food anywhere. You can't find any seeded vegetables. You can't find any seeded fruits. It's a reason for that because these are hybridized, fruits and vegetables now. And if you best believe your butt that they are not the same nutrient intake that you would get from the original. Okay. It's a reason why they did that. Okay. Because also they don't want you to have the seeds, because if you knew that you can literally take a seed from anything that had a seed in it, you could go grow it in your backyard. Would that change the way you look at the society? But why you don't have the energy to do that? Because it's the diet that you're on. You're on an artificial diet, therefore you're going to live an artificial life. This is why you're out here choosing all the bull crap in life. Okay, you're making bad decisions, bro. Okay, you're rushing everything in your life, and you're failing to understand that the system is ran like that because it knows that you're going to make a compromise somewhere, and usually that compromise is, the quality of your life and your health. Okay, this is why this shit is hella important. Okay, so I don't eat after 8. All right, I just don't do it. Okay, I don't eat until, you can ask my boss. You can ask all the people I work with. I don't eat till about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. Now, if I'm not working, then I'll eat at 12 in the afternoon. Okay. But if I'm working, I don't eat, fellas. I won't eat nothing. Okay. To 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. I'm only eating one good meal that whole day, and the rest of the day is going to be smoothies and snacks. Okay. This is how you make your body, bro. Literally, you reverse engineer this machine, okay, to the original way that it's supposed to be, so it can run it at its most optimal, position. It's the only way that you can do this. Okay. So fasting, that window, don't eat after 8 p.m. Okay. And if you do, make it a smoothie, no exceptions. And I don't mean no cheap. Listen, I know a lot of you guys out there might not have the money. And this is the next thing I want to quickly touch on. That once you see that all the food that you've been eating for you is bad, you're going to want to make this change. And I'm telling you, and let me tell you what you're going to encounter while you're doing this. You're going to encounter how these foods are not going to make you as full because you're used to putting foods in your body that expand: breads, yeast, and everything. Just look at your ingredients. Okay. These things in your food expand in your stomach, thus making you have that full sensation. So you're going to always feel like your requirements are not being met. But I told you, if you start eating the more nutrient dense foods and understand that just because your stomach growls doesn't mean you're hungry. Okay. Your stomach growling doesn't mean you're hungry. That just means your stomach is digesting or getting rid of something. Okay. It is making a movement. That doesn't signify that you're hungry. Okay. Especially when you're meeting your mineral and nutrient requirements, you're not hungry. It's your mind playing tricks on you, ghetto boys. Okay. You got to understand that's because you probably have some parasitic connection inside of your body. Because I told you what these parasites do. They literally, will make you think that you're hungry. They'll crave certain foods. Okay. They thrive off of decomposing meat and sugar. This is why we have so much sugar in our foods, bro. The system knows what they're doing to ensure that they're going to have a guaranteed client and a guaranteed lifetime client. Okay. This is what's going to happen. And you end up paying them even more money. When you find out how much money you've been paying a doctor that you don't need to pay because you haven't took the responsibility to really look at what it is that you're supposed to be putting into your temple. You have such a precious body, such a precious temple created in the image of our God. And this is the garbage that you put in it. This is how much you respect. Do you understand how the Buddhists are so high respectable people? Because they don't eat, Buster. They live a life in solitude. They meditate all day, Buster. They don't bust nuts, Buster. They don't walk around with negative energy, Buster. These people should be the most respected people on the planet because of their levels of discipline. But you jokesters and goofies out there will never understand what it takes to be on a level like this. And when you go on seed retention, guess what? You're taking steps to that. And if you don't believe me, at the end of all your lives, because you've been here many of times, because you haven't learned the lessons yet, that is the end goal of that person. If you don't believe me, that is the end goal, that is the destiny for you, then you have something wrong with your brain, and it's going to be forever before you ever wake up. Because that is the end goal of humans, okay? To be perfect beings. We don't need to eat. We can live forever. We are immortal if you want to be. But that's too much over your head because you don't even understand the basis of health. That's why I told you it takes a minimum of 20 years before you can even say anything you think you know. There's so much you need to learn about your body. There's so much you need to protect yourself from. And this world that we live in is a trap. And I get here telling my folks this. I get here telling my family this. I get here telling the people that are in my lives, and everybody takes everything as a joke. And then this is why I look at them now and they have them hating eyes. All right. Because they looking at me like, how am I so special? What am it that I'm doing? How am I so full of life? How do I look so good? How do I have this confident energy? Because, man, when your body is cleaned out, your temple is cleaned out, you're retaining your sexual energy, you have the perfect diet incorporated with fasting, you are literally walking around as I teach a God. Because you are on your way, bro, to being that Buddha, that perfect being, bro, where you understand that we down here as humans, bro, have the ability to take life in a whole nother direction, man. Instead of living these societal norms of these short lives that they give us because of the diets that we choose to put inside of our body, bro. Therefore, bro, co-signing all the bull crap that they do to us. You have to understand, man, you can do whatever you want as a human. You can create whatever you want as a human. But if your mind ain't working right, your temple ain't functioning correctly, okay? You depleted of life force energy, bro. You're never going to be able to put these dots together, okay? So that is what I want y'all to do, okay? That's the only three things you need right now, okay? The rest of the stuff that I'm saying, I'm just putting my stamp of approval on what it is because I've done all of the above. And I know hundreds of thousands of people who live this life who are living all the way up into their hundreds. Okay. So if this is something that you want, if this is how you want to become that best version, if this is how you want your life to change around drastically, these are the things that you're going to have to do. Okay. And you understand that these things can do some amazing things. I can't even say all the words. I can't say the C word. Okay, they won't let you say the C word. Isn't that messed up, bro? Because they don't want people giving people information that's going to change their lives. Okay, this will take care of any issues you got. Okay, the next thing the only other thing that I would recommend you do is from all those things is to make sure, like I told you, you have a good solid nutrient intake while doing these. And I don't mean eating crap food. I mean making a smoothie, putting yourself minerals in your smoothie, drinking some sea salt water. Okay. Also, another important thing that I do, get yourself some food grade baking soda. Okay. Take a 4th teaspoon of baking soda in your water every single day. The baking soda is going to be amazing, bro, for neutralizing the acids in your blood. Okay. You got to understand, man, you're at war right now. You're taking your body back, bro. You're like Independence Day. You're coming from above on these aliens down at the bottom who done built the city on your property, bro, and now you're taking it back. Okay, you got to understand they're gonna put up a fight. Okay, they're gonna make you want to quit. All right, they're gonna give you headaches. They're gonna make you have sweats because some of you have some of these detox symptoms that you're gonna have to face. You've had years and years and years of this stuff in your body, bro. Okay. And when you start seeing that stuff come out in the toilet, you're going to really take life seriously. Let me tell you, you're really going to take life seriously then. Okay. But most of you are too scared and weak and you're going to fold and you're going to perish, bro. And acting like that's the moral way to go. No, that just means the people who are going to have to take care of you are going to have to deal with a stanky ass sewage graveyard body. Because all of that nasty stuff that you have in your body that's decaying and putrefying is now coming out of your pores. Okay, this is why people stink, because they're so full of effing garbage, bro. Okay, I put this on everything. I put this on the most high. Okay, everything I said here, I put this on the most high, bro. Okay, you don't understand what you're dealing with. Okay, and you got to understand, man, the only way you're going to make this right, the only way you're going to get what it is, what you really, 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 really want out of life, okay, is to do this. This is a major part in the cycle of life. You have to put all of this together, okay? And just understand, I'm here for a reason. I'm here that I've went through these things. I went through the trials and tribulations. I went through the testing phase. I went through all of it, bro. Everything to be able to put this together, to tell you with no flaws, with no stuttering in my voice, the full confidence behind what I'm telling you, because it is what it is. And this is what you're going to have to do. So that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I appreciate you guys for listening, man. Let me check who's in the building before I get out of here. Who's in the building? My name. Fail plays in the building. What's happening, my ninja? Angel Ortiz in the building. What's happening, my ninja? Dylan, I see you, brother. I see you. What's happening, my ninja? Hope you're doing good, bro. Inside said plant powered. Ain't that the truth, bro? Ain't that the truth, bro? That's what it's gotta be, man. That's what it's gotta be. Okay. Now, I ain't gonna tell you that you can't every now and again put some of that in your body. It's okay, man. It's okay to do that. Okay. It's okay to do that. Okay. But what you're gonna start seeing is you're gonna start noticing how you feel. You're gonna start noticing that your body doesn't like certain things. Okay. When you eat something in your stomach automatically detects this isn't good, don't you get all kind of different feelings in your stomach? So watch what happens when you clean out your body. Watch what happens when you get all these invaders out of your body who are not, getting you to crave these foods. When you start getting them out of your body, what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing, you start feeling all the natural reactions of your body to the things that you eat. You're going to know instantly if something wasn't good. You're going to know instantly if something had some chemicals in it. You're going to know instantly if something had too much salt in it. You're going to know instantly something had too much sugar in it. You're going to know instantly, bro, okay, of anything like that. You're going to be able to pick it up instantly because now your body is working. It's not congested with mucus, okay? Your sinuses work perfect. Your taste buds are popping, okay? Your thyroid is cracking, okay? Everything is working right when your body is online, bro. And then you're able to, like I said, man, ain't nothing gonna stop you, bro, at that point, okay? Because that's when you're starting to go into a pretty high level of enlightenment. I told you health is one of those cycles that you have to complete, and once you break through that, bro, it's going to help you that much faster to get into enlightenment. Hell, some people might go the health route, okay, not even doing seed retention or any kind of sexual energy conserving. They'll probably get on a health diet, bro, and that will eventually push them on this journey. I'm telling you the truth. It will work like that. If you didn't jump on seed retention first before you fixed your health, if you fix your health, next thing you know, you're going to start jumping into seed retention, okay, and conserving your life force energy, because you're going to see it all starts to make sense when your body starts working, your mind starts working. There's no brain fog, bro. Okay, you don't have nothing pulling on your energy, bro. And if you don't think millions of tiny little bugs, invaders, can make you feel a certain way, you've lost your mind. You need to wake up, bro. Okay. So some people are just, man, like I said, that fluoride really has damaged your brain, bro. Okay. You've been drinking fluoride for a long time, bro. And if you can't think and put together what I'm telling you, man, then like I said, then you're unsavable. Okay. But if you want to be one of these people and you want to live this life and you want to have a good life, you want to live a long time, you want to be healthy, you're going to have the most beautiful, healthiest children. If that's what you want to do. If not, you're going to be able to take this energy and wherever you go, have the most amazing life, being able to create and change any type of circumstance around you just with pure vibration. This is where you're going to have to start. Dylan says, we have to take health extra seriously when the flood is in the U.S. are mostly poisonous. The foods in the U.S. are mostly poisonous. Fact, bro. Facts. We know this. we know this, man. Let me tell you something, man. I was making I made a delivery. I told you because I bounce all over the place. You just gotta have a few side hustles. You gotta do stuff, bro. You just have to. So I was doing this delivery, bro. And when I was doing this delivery, I just wanted to look down in the bag and see what the hell it was and see what these people ordered. When I tell you these people ordered nothing but garbage, bro, they ordered all processed foods. And when I tell you it was like almost 100 and like 50, $60 in processed foods, bro. This is all they ordered, bro. Okay. And I picked up every single thing and looked at it, bro. And all of it, bro, bro, real food doesn't have ingredients in it. Do you hear what I'm saying? Listen, guys, back in the day when this is where all these haters are going to come in, oh, you need to eat meat. Our ancestors ate it. Your ancestors didn't eat any genetically modified animals with any antibiotics, okay, with any ingredients on their food. Bro, they used to just eat straight meat, okay, straight vegetables, okay, straight fruit. There was nothing else added into it. There's no other preservatives. All the meat that you eat, bro, all your animals are factory farm raised. That means they're not able to run around, have a life, get rid of all the extra acidic buildup that they have in the body because they're in cramped, confined spaces and they can't move and circulate. Okay, they're eating GMO foods. Okay, they're eating tons of GMO corn, and they're feeding these animals sugar. So the meat, it turns, that ends up being a byproduct in the meat. And this is why meats are addicting at the end of the day, because now they've genetically modified meat, bro. You're not eating any kind of pure food out here, bro. Nothing. Okay. All the people in the past, bro, were eating so much cleaner. This is why you can go look at your great grandma, your grandmas, and some of our generations. You can go look back and yeah, these people might be unhealthy, but dude, they are living longer than the people that are living today. They are healthier. They have less health problems. Why? Because they have that solid base of nutrition. They were eating, even though that food still wasn't optimal, they were still eating way cleaner than we eat. Okay. We don't eat like that now, bro. Everything is fried. Everything has ingredients. Okay. All of that stuff, bro, creates carcinogens in your body, which causes cancer. Okay. And after I told you what happens, those parasites start to block up your colon and then you're screwed. You're screwed. Once you have not been a person that releases 3 times a day, okay, if you have rolls on your belly, if you have Dunlap, if you have anything like that, if you have eye problems, vision problems, this is all from parasitic waste inside of your system. Okay. We all have them because we all live here in the States. All right. None of us have our own farm, bro, where we're eating all organic foods with no pesticides. Bro, that's like 2%, 3% of the world. The rest of you guys, bro, are like eating garbage. Okay. And this is going to be the byproduct of eating garbage. Okay. You're going to be somebody who's not going to live a long and healthy life like they should. All right. And that's just dirty if you're just going to accept that, man. That's some coward stuff, bro. You have to fight back. All right. And this is why we talk so much about that retention, because it's going to give you your nuts back, man. You're going to start taking things a lot more seriously, bro. Everything that we talk here goes together like a puzzle, man. And it doesn't matter when you start putting the puzzle together, bro. Just understand, if you keep at it, trying to figure out the puzzle, you're eventually going to put it together, bro. And then you'll have all the information that you need to know. Insight says vegan 8 years, bro. And it's be honest, Insight, bro. It's just so productive and it's so essential and it's so consistent. Okay. My whole thing was when I went on mine, man, I was 7 years and I got off of it because I had some other issues happening. Okay. I was trying to do it here in the States. Not only was it super expensive, costing me tons of money. Okay. Costing me tons of money, bro. but I also wasn't able to get all the correct nutrients and minerals that I needed to, to thrive on it for long term. I went on it for 7 years. I was fine, bro. Like I said, I was the most ripped I've ever been, the most strongest I've ever been, the most cut I've ever been. Probably the best looking that I've ever been, bro. Okay, my body it looked flawless, and if I can find some pictures, I'll show you guys. My body was flawless then. Okay, because I had no garbage in me, bro. I was doing enemas every single day, plus I was fasting, plus I was on a vegan diet, and my body was, bro, like, it was amazing. Okay, but what ended up happening to me is, you got to understand the influence around you. You might have a girlfriend, you might have family members, you might have friends, and you go 7 years without eating no meat. Next thing you know, they're starting to do the shaming, because this is what, we've been taught here in America. We've been taught here to shame people, and because shaming is a very, strategic tactic that gets people to acquiesce to what it is that you do. Okay, follow the crowd, follow the herd type of mentality. Okay, this same tactic is used on women to get women to do things that they don't want to do. Okay, so this is what these people do. They start putting these things in your faces. They start telling you you're losing too much weight. They start telling you look skinny, because they don't understand that they've adapted the ideology that they should be a certain way, and they don't understand that they're a living, walking graveyard full of trash and worms. And they're going to end up, in some very bad spots in their near future. Okay, they're going to end up in that system. That system that you wonder why they make you pay and get your health insurance, bro, because you're going to be in that system, bro, and you're going to have a lot of expensive bills. Okay, and then you're going to get trapped up in that trap, man, where you're going to start taking these pharmaceuticals and etc., man, and you don't want that. Okay, you don't want that, man. I'm telling you, you don't want that life. I've seen, many family members perish that life, bro, at a very, very young age, man. It's not worth it. So it's important to just understand, man, take this seriously, bro. Okay, because this ain't no joke over here. This is the real, man. And you don't necessarily got to go vegan, even though I haven't eaten meat in 30 days. I'm back on my vegetarian. I call it vegetarian because I don't eat cheese, but I'm definitely eating things that are not 100% vegan, because they be cooked and they might have a little trace of dairy in here and there. But I don't eat cheese. I don't eat meat. I don't drink milk. I barely get some butter, is when I eat some pancakes every now and then. I'll give in to that. But other than that, bro, I don't eat any of those foods. And when I tell you, bro, I look amazing, bro. I feel amazing. I don't care about someone telling me I'm underweight, bro. I look great. I look fucking amazing, bro. I'm looking at myself like, damn, bro, from last year to now, like, bro, you look so much different, man, because I'm full of my life force. I'm recirculating my minerals. I'm eating heavy mineral diet. I'm not putting no garbage foods in my body, so there's nothing putrefying in my system. I'm not backed up. My colon's cleaned out. My intestines cleaned out. My blood's cleansed. I'm taking care of myself. I'm getting into bed early. I'm drinking the proper amount of water, bro. That's all right. Y'all keep hating. Y'all keep being lazy on your life, and understand that you could be feeling just like I did, or even better. All right. And you could be sharing this with people, and you'll be able to sit here, bro, just in a good space. I feel so good about my life, and I don't even got much, but I don't even care, because I know at the end of the day, I'm not going to have to go through what you people are going to have to go through. I already went through it at a young age, and I learned. And this is why I'm here. I'm the messenger. I'm the real life messenger, bro. I'm here to tell you things, not no dumb things that is not going to benefit you, that don't even matter. Okay, I'm telling you real things, bro, that is affecting every single one of us. So just take heed to what I'm saying and put the stuff that I'm saying in practice, and watch what happens to your life. F these parasites. Tell them, bro. I mean, if that's what you want to deal with at the end of the day, if that's what you want to deal with, man, then like I said, you have no reason to be here listening to me. Okay. But if you ready for honestly, some next level energy, some next level confidence, some next level feeling in your life, this is going to make you an amazing being, bro. I can't wait to hear some of you guys, bro, who are actually heavy set, who might have some skin problems, like I was saying, who might have a backed up colon, who might be in constipation, who might have brain fog, who might have anything that's wrong with you. I promise you, anything that you think that's wrong with you, any kind of back issues, any kind of like anything that someone said that's wrong with you can be corrected, bro, by cleaning out your body, bro. Unless it was broken, okay? Can by cleaning out your body, bro, okay, and refilling your body with high intake of minerals and nutrients along with fasting, okay, along with seed retention, because then you're also taking that most powerful life force energy that takes the most to produce from your organs, and now you're recirculating that back into your body. So that's going all over your body. That's enhancing your face, your testosterone, all that other good stuff, along with a healthy liver, bro, which is going to make sure that your skin is popping. Okay. When I tell you, bro, I get the glow. Okay. I get it. What they say, the glow. Okay. But Bruce Leroy's glow wouldn't have nothing on my glow, bro, on top of doing all this extra diet stuff. That enhances your glow that much more, bro. When I tell you, you think your glow was popping now, okay, if you clean out your body like this and you stay disciplined on this diet, bro, you are going to look so amazing. You're not even going to recognize yourself. I guarantee you, you could go put a picture right now up of way you used to look in high school. Do me this solid one. Go get a picture of what you used to look in high school, bro. Put it up on the wall, bro. Okay. Start doing this regime, bro, and watch how you don't turn around and look like that person all them years younger. Okay. That's on everything I love, man. Okay. So just understand, man, it's going to be some ups and downs. We know this. Okay. Just stay focused, bro. Stay focused and consistent. Do it every day, bro, and watch what happens to you. Dylan said, I recently gave up eggs after the TikTok you shared. Vegan diet is really easy when you can commit to it. It actually is. Let me tell you what I've been eating too. So, like I said, I haven't had no flesh in 30 days. So what I've been eating is I've been eating a lot of tofu. I've been eating tons of vegetables, bro. See, if you can find yourself a good restaurant that, really takes, natural ingredients, natural food and cooks it together in any kind of stir fry or any kind of like yakisoba or anything like that, or any kind of veggie delights, bro. That's what I've been smashing every single day, bro. Mushrooms, red peppers, tomatoes, onions, bean sprouts, celery. What else have I been eating? Peas, pea snaps, broccoli, spinach. What else have I been eating? All of the above, bro. I eat all of that. I tell you, I eat that every single day. No cap. No cap, bro. That's what I've been eating every single day for 30 days. And not only did I have, like I told you, what I excreted in one of the chosen one videos, I told you how everybody has parasites. Not only did I excrete that, bro, okay, I started looking in the mirror, bro, more. And I'm like, dude, my jawline, my face has came back. The puffiness is gone. Okay, because you got to understand, every single time that you eat those acidic foods, what happens is you create inflammation. What does inflammation do, bro? Does not inflammation not cause puffiness? Have you ever like fall down and cut your arm and got a road rash or something and it swells up you right? It's inflammation. This is the same thing you do when you put acidic foods inside of an alkaline body, okay, which is your body's alkaline, at least the upper parts of where your food is going. Okay, it's alkaline. So when you're putting that in your body, what you're doing with these acidic foods is you create mucus and acid. And what that does is that creates acidosis. And when you have acidosis, guess what happens, bro? You started being backed up, man. Okay. You start getting sick. Okay. You start collecting all of this buildup of waste inside your body, bro. Not only that, bro, that mucus starts to create a biofilm for the parasites. So you wonder why you just can't take an over-the-counter parasite cleanse. I'm pretty sure you could if you were at the very beginning of not eating all these mucus, related foods. And it's a reason why cheese, dairy, okay, cheese and dairy are the two biggest, culprits of eating and getting mucus build up in your body. Okay. And the purpose of the mucus in your body is what? I just told you. It's a biofilm that the parasites use so your immune system can't eradicate them. Let me ask you a question. When you hawk a loogie and you spit a loogie, is it not just the slimiest, ooziest, Ghostbuster, slimy looking type of material that you've ever seen? And if you've ever like rubbed a stick to it, we all done stupid shit with our spit. If you've never rubbed a stick through it or anything like that, you see how sticky and how something could, could be inhabited inside of its mucus. And this is that bio layer that you have in your body. This is why it's hard to get rid of viruses and stuff like that, because this is the protective film they have over it. So when you're throwing all kinds of medications and stuff like that are not, equipped to eradicate it, this is the problems you're going to run into. This is why some of the pharmaceuticals out there, as a matter of fact, dude, sometimes enhance the strength of these invaders. Okay, because you need alkalinity. The body has to be alkaline. Okay, it's just the way it is. The alkalinity destroys the mucus. It destroys any type of acidic, stuff in your body. This is what it does. It forces it outside of the body. So this is why it's important to eat those foods. Okay, you have to understand that each and every one of us are in this situation, bro. So stop denying it. Damien, what's happening with you, man? Good to see you, my guy. Good to see you. Hell yeah, listen to you while you at the gym, bro. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And bro, if like I said, man, if you want to achieve the most optimal body that you've ever had, if you want to achieve the most optimal health that you've ever had, all the information that I've just given you in this video is going to take you there plus more. Okay. Plus more, what I mean by that is if you're doing, conserving your sexual energy, you're on seed retention, etc. Okay. All of these things go together to create Voltron, bro. Okay. This is how all your powers combine. This is how you summon Captain whoever you are. Okay. This is how you summon him. Okay. Because every single one of you have this makeup inside of you. All you can be the superhero in your life to save you. Okay. And this is how you combine your powers. This is how you put it all together, bro. So take what I said seriously, guys. I'm going to drop the link. Like I told you guys, I'm going to drop the link in the video where you can get some Shaga. If you can't get in touch with Wayne, then you can get in touch with someone else. Okay. You can get in touch with someone else. But this is what I want you to know. Wayne is getting this from highly ethical sources, bro. Okay. This man works at the University of Minnesota. He's been doing this for a long time. Okay. I will stand behind his products because I've been using them for years. Okay. So you guys need to get over there and get you some. Okay. One little pound of Shaga is going to last you a very long time. You won't need to be reeing up on nothing. It's not going to cost you a whole lot of money. Okay. But you need to put this money into your health. You need to order these things, okay? And you need to take this seriously. If you have any questions about anything, reach out to me. Don't be no coward. Reach out to me. I will help you, okay? I will tell you the right things to get, okay? I will tell you the right path to be on. I can tell you every single thing that you're going to experience if that's what you want me to do to make you feel comfortable, okay? The simple fact of the matter is I just want you to get started on it, guys, because you're wasting your time, okay? You could be so much greater. You could have so much more. You do have so much more potential, but you're not tapped in. Okay. And this is how you do it, by learning all the things that it takes to accumulate over many years. You're having people come here and share it with you. Okay. Do not take this information for granted. Have a good day. And I'm going to talk with you guys on the next one, guys. Have a good one, man. Peace, y'all.
Tonight's the night, please, my whole crew makes G.
You'd keep your mouth shut if you knew it was good for you, buddy.
Hey, if you went up and say, hey, babe, what's going on? The rent, motherfucker.
Dirt, Tommy. It calls folks like you and me.